Okay, this is going to be a love reading for the earth signs. So within this video, we are going to have 3 different love readings, one for each earth sign. So as you can see, we have the 3 decks already pre-shuffled and dealt out. So there's a couple of oracle decks and a couple of tarot decks here. We're going to take a look at your current love dynamic between you and the person in mind. So this may be for couples, this may be for singles. Take it as it relates to you and your situation. And of course, if it is not your situation, you're not feeling it, that is perfectly fine. Take a look at one of the other readings and see if you connect with those readings, right? So hopefully you find some truth, validation, direction, perspective in this message today, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please click the like button if you do get something out of it, or if you enjoy these types of videos. That'll let me know whether or not I should continue to do these types of readings. I have never done a reading like this on YouTube yet, so I'm hoping I can have fun with it. You guys can have fun with it, and if it is something you're interested in, click the like button, let me know. All right, so earth signs. So I have a little card here. It says Earth. Earth is one of the 4 elements in the tarot deck. Earth aligns with Pentacles. In astrology, it is represented by Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth is about structure and the ability to compost. Earth returns to Earth in the end. All right, so here we have 3 cards. They are the Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, just shuffling them up and assigning them to a pile of cards. All right. Okay, let's go with this one first. Come back to these in just a second. Okay, let's see who's up. All right, we have Virgo. Virgo is up first. So we'll start off with Virgo's oracle card. So this is Faith in the Process, number 32. So again, this is relating to your current romantic relationship situation. So for the Virgo group that I'm picking up on today, with this card being the first card out, it's just telling me that you're going through it, all right, between you and your partner. There probably is just a lot that's going on, maybe within the dynamic and even without, it feels like. I don't know if you guys have experienced many challenges recently or throughout the duration of the commitment or the relationship. But it's almost as though the Virgo that I'm picking up on is just at their wits' end. They're hanging on by a thread. You're relying on your faith really heavily at this time when it comes to this connection. Faith and hope. Be careful with hope. Hope is really dangerous. Hope just allows us to stay in the same cycle over and over and over, right? Go down this cycle over again. When you have hope that things are going to work out, that things are going to change, you know, things are going to get better. Depending on how long you guys have been together and depending on what it is that you're going through, I mean, you want to be as realistic as possible. And I get that the Virgo energy is extremely devoted, extremely loyal, will see things through, you know, but at what point does it become a matter of spite? At what point does it become a matter of, I'm going to win, you know, I'm going to make this work no matter what, right? It does end up that way with the Virgo archetype when you guys are in a relationship like this. So, you know, it's not easy for the Virgo to leave. Now, for some of you, there is messages coming through. Spirit is sending you some type of information, but it's up to you to pick up your head and open your eyes and, you know, pick up on these messages that the universe is trying to send. I think that the universe has your back. I think that you are being, guarded. Almost as though you have like a guardian around you, surrounding you to protect you. But at the same time, you're feeling extremely vulnerable, extremely tired, getting the word wilted. So maybe This started happening more when fall started, and throughout winter, it just seems as though you'll be going through this situation. It seems like you're pretty, like you're struggling, and you're just asking the universe, God, Spirit, Source for some help here. All right, so we'll see what this is about. Let's pull a card. This is I don't even know, Love Angels, maybe? I forget the name of this. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So somebody in the dynamic may have some negative, unhealthy vices or addictions here that are affecting the relationship. But yeah, codependency will also leave you in a situation for longer than what you should be in. So this is not the most healthy dynamic that I'm picking up on for you guys today. But we'll see what the rest of the cards have to bring. So this deck here, it's a sexual oracle deck, so I may not be able to show the picture, but I did want to pull cards just so I can have reference and see what cards come out for you guys. So this is a card that I can show. This is the card. It's called Calling Back. It's number 18. This is Moon in Sagittarius. So maybe somebody has a Moon in Sagittarius here. Somebody is waiting. Yeah, I just feel like this cycle here. The in and out, somebody's presence in and out. And maybe at this point you are at the out phase of the relationship, meaning that, your person is not around or something like that at this time. You're waiting. There's a lot of waiting happening here. Looking just, having those moments where you are by yourself, spending a lot of time by yourself, just sort of ruminating, overthinking, spending too much time in your head alone, I'm feeling, okay? There's, I feel that somebody here is also waiting for your person to show up. Therefore, every day you have this routine where you are making space for them in your home or in your life. So it's like every action that you take throughout your day, even though your person is not with you, you are considering them as though they can show up any day and be with you. I'm getting also that maybe somebody is incarcerated, or there is a reason why they cannot be in your physical presence at this time. And so you're waiting for them to call you, on certain days, certain times, and you move your schedule around for that. So on this side, we're going to say that this is you over here, pulling some tarot cards just to go over how you feel about this person, about this relationship, where you're at. But this may be the other person, so you assign the roles as necessary. All right. So you have the 9 of Pentacles, the Strength card, the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. So yes, definitely single. And if you are in a relationship, it doesn't feel as though they are in your physical life. Now, if you are in a committed marriage, you guys live together, something like that, your person is MIA most of the time, whether that is physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally. They're missing in action here. They're not around. You feel alone most of the time. You feel depressed most of the time. This is not healthy. Okay, so for whoever I'm picking up on, you need to know that. You need to know that, relationship is not supposed to feel this way. Relationship is not supposed to be this way. On their side, how they feel about you, how they feel about the relationship, what do they have going on? You have the Ace of Swords, the Star, the 7 of Cups, and the Page of Swords. I think that for some of you, whether you know it or not, somebody has cut someone off here. All right, so what I mean by whether you know it or not, I mean, like, are you hoping and having faith that they are not really done, even though they say they are. The things that they tell you are confusing. I'll give you that. There's some illusion here. There's not a lot of straightforward truth. At the same time, I feel like they know what they want. They know they have a type. They're very popular. They're very social. People see them. Maybe they're in the limelight, or their profession calls them to be seen, to be around a lot of people. They have high aspirations. They have high goals. They have a higher esteem, like self-esteem, like they see themselves in a higher regard or a higher status here. They know what they want. They know where they're going. They know what they're doing. And at the same time, when it comes to communicating, they may communicate more immaturely with you. I do get the feeling that there's a lot of roundabout or beating around the bush or something like that here with the 7 of Cups. It's like when they ask you questions or when you guys talk about things or something like that, the way they say it sounds charming or sounds good or, whatever, but there's a motive. They have a motive. So when they're talking to you and they're asking you questions, getting to know you, I don't know how the dynamic is, but there's always a motive behind why they are asking you certain questions, or like they want to see your reaction on things or where they stand with you. Are you still in it? Are you still interested, or are you not? Things like that. It's like they want to learn you and what makes you react or what you want or something in order to play you. And I'm so sorry to say, but the 7 of Cups here is not the best energy. The way I'm feeling it, because they're not present, They're not present for me here. I can't say, I don't have an indication that they are involved, that they're interested, that they're invested. And this could be vice versa. I don't know, right? I mean, the first card over here for this person is the 9 of Pentacles. So this is a single, independent type of person. And you're holding on, like I said, by a thread here with that Strength card. What is it that has you, and that's the message here, right? What is it that has you waiting? Why are you still waiting? Right? You got to think that if you're waiting for closure, you're waiting for an answer, maybe they left you hanging and things are up in the air. That is your truth. That is their truth. That is the truth. Okay. Your current situation between you and them, that is the truth as it stands at this moment today. Hope is not reality. Hope is living in a fantasy. Hope is not living in your realistic life at this time as you know it. Are they there with you today at this time while you're listening to this reading, right? Like, are they present? Are they invested? Are they committed? Are they involved? Are they showing up? And if that's a no, then that's your answer. You don't need to wait for anything. What is the advice for this side? Yep. And you're probably thinking like, whatever, like I already know this, and maybe you do. It's one thing to know it, and it's another thing to practice it, to run with it, right? Looking at how you love yourself, your sense of worth, and what your standards are here, like this is what it's teaching you. These types of relationships are lessons for us to learn something about ourselves. I think by the summer, hopefully, if you start working on yourself and start looking within as to what has you in involved and feeling depressed and lonely and waiting for this person who is not around, instead of really working on yourself and living life to its fullest and thriving and experiencing life and having adventures and even experiencing and meeting other people, like it's clear that they are going somewhere with what they want out of their lives. Why can't you? Is it a matter of you expected to be there with them as they are going toward the thing that they want in their life? Did you expect to be the thing that they want in their life, right? Like, are you trying to just wait it out until you think that they're going to realize that it is you that they want? And I'm so sorry about how the message is coming through. I am making no judgments. I am completely on your side here. It's not as though I don't want to make anybody feel like I'm calling you out. It's just more things to think about. And the fact that I have been in your shoes, I have been in these types of situations, right? I wouldn't be speaking on relationship dynamics if I didn't go through my fair share of, failures, mistakes, and even achievement and success stories when it comes to relationships. So please don't take it wrong. With them, like I said, they have a direction that they're going. But Mercury coming through here, the 7 of Cups involved, it's just telling me that there's a lot of blah, 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 blah. Okay, a lot of talk with no concrete action. Something is going to happen in their lives that they're not going to expect pretty soon that may make them travel, leave, or maybe it happened and that's why you're waiting on them, because they had to travel, they had to leave. Something happened. There's a lot of like over the phone type of conversations and a lot of the making plans and, once this happens and that happens and I get this together, then I'll be able to go see you and blah, 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 blah. If that's what you want, that's what you want. I don't know. I guess everyone is different as it relates to their desires. But it does have you depressed. If you want to live depressed, then by all means, I wish you didn't, because there's a lot of life to be had and there's a lot of people that you can meet, other better suited partners who are at the same level that you are, who want the same things, who think the same way. Maybe other lonely, depressed people that are going through their fair share of codependency with their person, like finding that commonality, this shared experience, this shared lessons, something to build a solid relationship off of, right? This is not the only person in the world. Okay. I hope that helps somebody. All right, Virgo, good luck. Let's move to the next reading. Okay, Taurus. Welcome in, Taurus. Hope you're doing well. See what we have for you and your relationship dynamic here. Big, bold vision. Love that. Number 15, breaking down to a 6. Feels like the Taurus is busy. I feel a lot of busyness coming through, a lot of vibrant, like, power exuding from this card. And of course, you have the bee here, which means that you are a busy bee doing things and attending or tending to the things in your life, the details that you have to do. There's a lot of just movement, right? Like moving around, like trying to grow something of value here If you are in a relationship, which I'm getting that most of the Taurians that I'm picking up on today with this big bold vision card, I don't think you are in a committed relationship, okay? But if you are, I think that the both of you are working on something. I think the both of you are working on building a life, building a home, building a business, building a family, a product. I'm getting a product, like actual creating, manufacturing something. Okay, so that's great. That's cool. And I think like that is important, you know, when you are lucky enough to find a partner, to be with somebody who shares that same vision, especially from a business standpoint, money, you know, career type of standpoint. I think that very much helps the relationship grow and flourish, right? Because if you don't have the same values and ideas regarding these topics, especially as a Taurus, as an earth sign, I mean, it's going to fall flat. You know, there might be some one-sided efforts, right? When it comes to finances and, you know, just the big picture thinking here. So I think that that's great. I love that for you. If you are single, it does seem as though you have a vision of the type of relationship, the type of life, the type of love, you know, the type of person that you want to attract. And there is zero settling here. But I do see that you are out, or that you are at least socializing or mingling, or, you know, getting to know some people here with the busy bee. Okay. But you are definitely in creation mode. Ooh, this could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. I don't know why, but that just got me super excited. Okay. So there's someone floating around in your general area, in your environment. Maybe you have already met them. You're already speaking to them. Maybe for some of you, it's a thing of, how can I say, like they're right in front of your face, but you don't know, right? Like there's somebody around you that could be the person that you're looking for, the right one. But maybe you aren't seeing them that way. Maybe you don't see them that way. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a coworker that, you know, maybe you haven't had the opportunity to really connect in a romantic way, right? And I'm feeling more like those indirect connections, right? So let's just say you bumped into somebody. Maybe you met somebody at the coffee shop, or you know, when you were shopping or something like that, or you see this person during like your routine, your daily routine or something, but you haven't had the chance to have that indirect connection, right? Like the long stare, the long eye contact, or, you know, just the witty, funny banter back and forth, or something like that, that needs to happen to ignite this thought in your mind that, hey, like, can I see this person that way? Do I see this person that way? I never knew, you know, I didn't see them. Like maybe you weren't attracted to them, right, in the beginning, or maybe they're just not your type. And so you didn't give them that time of day or something, right? But hopefully, if that is the case soon, something will happen to where you will connect with this person in that way. And if you're already speaking to somebody, this could be a good romantic situation here for you. All right. So then with the intimacy cards, we have the card of passion. It's the number 2, the moon in Aries. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? And then you're also a very passionate sign as well, right? It's like your energy. So very sensual, very romantic. Being in person is big. I know that, especially with the earth signs in general. Being in person, getting to see and have that, like I said, eye contact and touch and mannerisms, and, you know, how they present themselves and how they dress, and, you know, what they decided, like where they decided to take you, or you them, something like that. Like that's always important. So being in person with them, seeing them, your side of things here. You have Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. It's always crazy to me when anytime I get the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords together in the same spread, because this is, you know, the card of honesty, truth, clarity mixed with deception here. Seven of Swords is not my favorite card. Any of you, if you follow my readings, know that. But there are very few times where I have been able to see a Seven of Swords productively. So, like, sometimes there is a reason to keep something hidden, to keep a piece of information from other people if you don't want them to know, right? For whatever reason. So I don't know if that's what you're working on right now, but you are definitely hiding something and keeping something from another person. This could be them as well. I'm not too sure. Just you select that and you as it resonates with your situation. But somebody wants truth here. And there's a little bit of aggression coming through as well. I'm feeling. It's like this, and I know it's clear, right? The side eye. But when somebody gives the side eye, there's like a back thought. I don't know what that means, but I heard back thought. Like something happened, somebody said something, and then there was an after, like a thought after that, and you didn't say what you were thinking. I think that you saw something about this person. They did something, they said something that has you second guessing them and wondering what that meant, wondering what the motive was or why they said what they said. It's like, I don't know. Like everything was going good and now you had to say that. Therefore, the wall goes up. I don't know. This could be just your experience. This could be your selectiveness, right? Like the fact that you are very picky. You have high expectations or standards in the person that you are attracted to or that you bring into your life. I don't know. I mean, I think that there's connection. I think there's chemistry. But at the same time, something has you second guessing it. Just be careful it's not your previous experiences coming through and it's, you know, a valid reason to doubt this person and their motives. And I would just say speak on it, bring it up, be direct. Because when you can be direct, especially face to face, you can tell whether the person is keeping something from you or not. Like you'll know. On their side, they have the Nine of Wands. So the both of you have your walls up. They have the King of Cups. Oof. Justice and the Moon. I think that it feels like the both of you are sort of playing the same game. And maybe that's why they're a match. It's like your approach to talking to somebody and to getting to know somebody, maybe they have the same approach. And there's a lot of hesitation and doubt or, you know, just not trusting, right? And maybe this is coming from the fact that the both of you have had bad experiences with people lying to you or experiences where people say they are one thing, but they are not. I don't know. I think that if you open up the communication and share, right, the big, bold vision is not only a matter of what it is that you're looking for. It's like, I'm looking for this type of person, this type of relationship because I have dealt with this, and this, and I don't want to deal with that ever again, right? So sharing the big, bold vision of what it is that your standards are and all of that. But also going a step further and sharing your experiences maybe can open up this line of resonance between the both of y'all. Open up this thing of like, oh, okay, like I know exactly what you're saying because I've gone through that as well. And then that releases the tension and that brings down the walls that the both of you clearly have here with the Nine of Wands. I think this person has a big heart. I think that they have a huge potential to love and to protect and to be devoted and, you know, very, very extremely passionate. They're a King of Cups. I mean, you don't get more passionate than that, right? Like, if that's what you're looking for, someone with a big heart, someone who is sensitive, at the same time protective, you know, you can get that with this type of person. But they have been hurt and they have been ran through, you know, and they do have their guard up. They're looking for truth in a world that is full of lies. They have the Justice and the Moon. There's a lot that they are uncertain about. I think that they are uncertain about whatever it is that you're hiding here. I'm picking up on somebody that is also like wondering why you're so happy, wondering why you're so content here with the Nine of Cups. Like, I feel like this person, whoever this is saying, why do you act like that? Like, why are you so positive, or why are you so optimistic or whatever when you've been hurt so bad? Like, they feel that they cannot be that way because of their experiences that they've been through. So they're wondering, like, is this person really who they say they are? Did this person really go through those things? Or, you know, the past that they say they have. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty. And they just want things to be fair. They want things to be right. They want things to be clear and balanced. Above all, they're looking for peace. They're looking for balance in a relationship, in a dynamic. What is the advice? So on this side of things, the advice here is perspective. All right. When you are dealing with this person, if this is the masculine, whether you're female, male, and this is the feminine, when you are dealing with this person, to see things from their perspective and not to discount and discredit and devalue their past and the things that have made them this way. To see from their eyes what they have been through and have empathy and understanding and compassion. On their side, the advice here is to create more stability and what is this? Like, to ground themselves. Because a King of Cups can be very much in the emotional space, right? In the heart, in the romance, in the passion, and, you know, get caught up in the fact that, like, you know, this is meant to be, right? Like, the fantasy of it, you know, there's a reason, because the water signs always need meaning, right? And purpose underneath everything, right? Like, this is meant to be, this is meaningful, you know, this is important, this is a sign of the universe or something like that. And so their advice is to come back down to earth, meet you where you're at, because obviously you are an earth energy, and alchemize this into something concrete, into something substantial, into something that is definitive, right? Like, define this relationship or something like that. But this is definitely telling them to go toward you. Because this ace here, it literally has Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like, you're literally the earth signs. All right. Well, that is your reading, Taurus. Hopefully you gain some type of perspective and insight from that message. Good luck. All right, final sign, obviously the Capricorn. Welcome in, Capricorn. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you find some type of message that relates and resonates to your current situation in today's reading. So you have the card of Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. Wow, that's very fitting for the Capricorn. Number 21, breaking down to a 3, definitely communicating with somebody here. I love this card. It's so beautiful. I think that your approach, and just as a basic Capricorn archetype, right? Not to say that you don't have any other aspects or something like that in your birth chart that has you just a little bit more emotional, but more often than not, the Capricorn is not very emotional. And they try their best to stay as practical, logical, level-headed, realistic as possible, especially when it comes to love and relationship. It's not the easiest task or position to be in. It's not the easiest position to be in when you are with a Capricorn, right? Because you need to also have this hardness within you and the ability to not be so sensitive and touchy and, to not crave and expect so much time and attention and, all of the gushy, mushy type of stuff that, most, especially feminines, want from a relationship. So, you don't want the needy stuff. You don't want the people that cannot do for themselves, right? Like, you want to be in a relationship where the both of you are equally living your lives independent, zero codependency, but able to connect and to create and to alchemize and to grow and to build and to add value to one another's life, right? And the love here is more so in the earthly plane with your tangible stuff, right? Like, let's build a family, let's build a house, let's build a business, let's do these things. This is how I love you. This is how I show love for you. This card here is saying, try your best to go and touch your heart. All right. Try your best to come into the emotional realms with your person at this time. So your person may be requiring, craving, yearning for emotional connection, affection, time, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yeah, I said communication. Be careful that when you are getting to know your person, you're not treating it as an interview or as a checklist, right? Like, trying your best to really open up and be a little vulnerable will go a long way, depending on who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with more of an emotional, sensitive, the more of the conscious, self-aware type of person who has, how can I say, emotional intelligence, you don't want to come across too hard and too closed off. I feel that, and we'll see what the cards say, but just right off the bat, I feel that whoever you are dealing with understands and sees that and knows that, you are, how can I say, not as open, right? Wow. On your side or this side, you assign the roles as needed. You have the Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Sun, and the Emperor. I feel the Capricorn that I'm picking up on today is opening their heart. There's a heart opening here with your person that you're dealing with. And I don't know how you are handling that. You have the Queen of Swords right next to it. The Queen of Swords is cold, is distant, is detached, is aloof. I mean, not to say that they don't care, but there's this ice queen type of energy archetype with the Queen of Swords, which is very much similar to the Capricorn, especially feminine. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're very nurturing. you know, especially when you have a family and you have your husband, wife, like you are literally there, like everything gets done, all the housework, you know, raising the children and the pets and the plants and the errands and the bills, like everything. Like you are Wonder Woman, Superman when it comes to family life. Okay. But the emotional connection is what is on topic today. It's just a little bit of melting, right? Like bringing the wall down. This person is able to melt your heart, you know, to say things and show up in ways that make you feel that gushy, mushy type of way, which is a good sign, you know, for someone to get you to that level, to that state of being, right? Able to gently open up the communication and bring down the walls and have you feeling safe enough to do so. You know, it's not that you're scared of anything. I don't think you're scared of anything ever. But it's just not your nature to be so open and vulnerable, right? Like to you, it's like, what does all that matter? You know, what matters is what I do. What matters is how I show up, right? Like getting to know me, getting to know my traumas, getting to know my past, everything I've been through, blah, 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 blah. You know, it doesn't make you feel weak. It's not a weakness. And maybe some of you feel that it is a weakness. Your sexual card is freedom. I think I can show it. It's not too bad. It's number 32. And this is Uranus. This person has definitely come out of nowhere. This person is a shock. Okay. You didn't expect for this dynamic to happen when you started talking to them. You didn't expect it to go where it's going. You didn't expect it. You didn't expect to feel how you feel for them. They are patient. They're empathetic. They're compassionate. They want to harmonize. They want to come together. They're stable. They're secure. They have a good head on their shoulders. They see you as they are extremely, extremely attracted to you here with the Queen of Wands. And they may be extremely attractive themselves as well. I think that they have a fear that they may lose you. There's a distance here between the both of you, and there's a little bit, and when you guys are distant, or when there is silence, or maybe, you know, you're not as, what is the word, like attentive as they want you to be. And they don't want to come across as needy either, you know? So there are moments where their fears do creep up, and, you know, they think of you, they want to call you, they want to text you, but they don't want to bother you because you're probably too busy, and, you know, all of these things. And so it's like, there is a little bit of sadness and yearning and missing you on their part. I think they do give you the freedom though. And it is very important for Capricorn to feel that. I think you feel safe with them. There's the Sun and the Emperor. I mean, this dynamic is healthy for me. I feel that this is a healthy dynamic. Maybe there is some sadness and some yearning. Maybe they do also have some type of like trauma or past, you know, and maybe that's part of the reason why they want you to open up, so they won't feel like they're the only one that has gone through something or alone when it comes to, like, I'm not saying trauma bonds, like don't trauma bond, but I do think that their past makes them feel like they are not as worthy. And so by opening up and maybe you showing a little bit of vulnerability, like you are a human, because again, they're so attracted, they may be a little intimidated by you, will make them feel more of a connection with you, and not as though they're putting you up on a pedestal, but the both of you are just human souls, right? Like humans with a soul, like real. I think that they want to feel this realistic, human to human dynamic with you. So they are not as intimidated and they feel like, okay, like I can do this, but there are times where they feel like they may not be good enough. All right. So the advice on this side, the advice is family, home, commitment, fire energy. On their side, advice is taking action, reflection, having courage. So the fire element, when it comes to alchemy, manifestation, is the action that's taken, right? So when it comes to manifesting something, it goes from the mind, right, which is the idea, to that's the air quality. Then you have the water quality, which is you feel connection to this idea. You feel drawn to this idea, and then the earth part is you're bringing it into fruition. But the fire part is the action, right? How do you get the idea and that feeling that you have for this thing out and manifest it into something tangible in the real world? You do it with fire. You do it with action. And this advice here is maybe give more time and more effort to this dynamic, because it is healthy enough. It is worth it enough. It can go places here. Okay. Their advice is take action as well. Definitely take action, and for them to be careful, that they don't expect something specific from you. To be careful not to project their baggage or, their insecurity or something like that. And I hope that you don't see that as a negative. We can all be insecure. Some people are just not as sure of themselves as a Capricorn is, and so I would advise you to understand that and be a little bit compassionate when it comes to that. They need the support. They can be strong. They can get things done. All right. They can be the person that you need them to be. They can, I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling, but they need you to have their back. They need you to accept them, and to understand why they are the way they are and what they, go through or something like that. I don't know. What am I getting here? It's like they can be what you want them to be as long as they know and they feel that you care and that you have their back, basically. Okay. But there's something about projections here. So if they do act out a little bit, or maybe they're overly emotional sometimes, maybe they get scared that they're losing you. So they react a certain way. Understand where that's coming from. They probably have abandonment issues, I'm feeling here. But yeah, taking action and having the courage, to really get this going and having a beginning with you. All right. All right. So that was your reading, Capricorn. Hope that helped you. And again, guys, if any of these messages resonated with you in any way, please click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. It does help the video circulate. Let me know if you like these types of readings. I can do more of them. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I'd love to have you there. And if you are interested in a one-on-one reading, personal tarot reading with me about your personal situation, my email address is in the description of this video. Just shoot me an email. Let me know you're interested in a personal reading and we'll set something up, okay? But other than that, I wish you all of the luck here as it relates to your love and relationship dynamics between you and your person. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.